Hi everybody, welcome to, I believe, part 12 of the Dark Souls 2 Scar the First Sin playthrough. And here we are right after beating the Flexile Sentry, right at the end of No Man's Wharf. Now we're going to use this little compass thing to travel to the Lost Bastille, which we have already traveled to once we defeated the last giant and then went through the area past where the original Pursuer boss fight would have been. But this, we spawned on another side of it, and you need to come from both sides at some point in order to complete this area. I believe I'll be coming from this side first in order to get a important key to access the Lost Center properly without him being buffed. So we'll probably be coming to this area first, but we might do it today, but I'm not sure. It depends how long the first part takes. I plan on using one of the fragrant branches of Yore in order to access an area in the tutorial zone. Oh, shit, I forgot about that. Right. So we're gonna have to come back down this elevator on the top of it in order to go into that hole. Whatever items down there. Sorry about that. Some spam here. So I didn't realize, look how blocky these handles are. If you've ever used a sword before, this thing would be or seen a sword before, really, a good sword before. These things would be a pain in the fucking ass to try to swing without them not flying out of your hands. Okay. Okay, I believe it was, what, this side? I think? Not sure. Actually, I don't think it matters, because... yeah. Scimitar and repair powder. Scimitar. A small curved sword with a narrow blade. The rapid slashing of the lightweight scimitar hardly allows a victim a catch of breath. Has a sharp blade, but is rather ineffective against armor and hard skin. It's a pretty decent weapon. Or I'm not sure actually if it's any good, but I know it's a fun weapon to use. It has a pretty fancy looking moveset. And you know, I like dex weapons a lot, so looks pretty interesting. Falchion's similar to it, if I remember correctly. So let me switch to the back. Check these cages. I don't think you can't open any of them, but there are some that are already open. I believe we already have that. Yeah. We've had that for a while. Yep, here's a bonfire. We'll be moving out, we'll be coming out of this area for the time being, and I don't know if we'll be coming back for the rest of the episode. Also, before we fight the Pursuer, I'm going to check online to see if he has any weaknesses. Because that Pursuer is buffed, and with me having, like, no adaptability, and with my new weapons, I'm probably going to be struggling against him. I do not believe I can upgrade my sword. Fucking back out of the way, please. Yeah, I can't. I don't have enough shards. Don't waste my time. So close. I need 2 more strength levels, and I can duel the or I can duel 2 of the great swords. This thing and one of the old night ones. And then after that, I can actually start working on HP. So, because while I have no adaptability, I like to at least be kind of tanky. This guy apparently sells boss armors later in the game. I have not gotten to that point yet in any of my playthroughs, so I might be wrong about that, but that's what I heard. Now let's head to things Betwixt, and we can try to fight the pursuer. Hopefully. I'll probably die though. If you're not confident in... If you're not... Basically, if you're newer to the game, or you're not confident in your build, I'd suggest you wait to do this area until later. Or at least wait until you wait for later to fight the pursuer. Remember though, if you activate the pursuer, aka he appears, and you leave the area, he will no longer respawn there. So you either fight him the first time you find him per area, or you never fight him again. The only exception is that boss fight. What the Fragrant branches do is that they will turn these into their original forms, which will allow you to access whatever they have been blocking. It's something completely unique to Scholar for some fucking reason. I don't know why they decided to add this shit. How did that not hit me? Now I believe there's an Estus shard in here. But there are also a bunch of these. Remember, these things might inflict petrification. I know they inflict curse. Or no, they either inflict petrification or curse. Oh my fuck off, Archer! How did that hit me? Fucking hit detection. Like I said, I have no idea what these inflict, and I'm too lazy to Google it, and I'm most certainly not testing it. So, if these guys spit gas, do not go into that gas. It is not worth it. Now, through that fog gate is where we find 2 ogres, I believe, despawn once you kill them. And the Pursuer boss fight. So I'll probably go through this area twice. Now down here, though, there's a bunch of these basilisks, which I will try to firebomb and witching her in that, or I guess throwing knife them. Because there's also an archer, which is a pretty dangerous combination. So oh my god, of course. I'd much prefer not having to fight these guys at once. And again, with this game's fucking ass enemy design, I do not feel at all bad for doing this. The game is incredibly cheap as is. So what's so wrong with me playing the same? So how do you throw a fucking knife like that? Like straight down like that? Is that even possible? There we go. So now all we have to do is deal with is that archer. It should be easy enough, just... heal, and then we'll drop down on him. How did that not hit? Maybe, again, my character went the right direction. Yep, Estus Flash Shard. So I'll open the shortcut, kill the ogres, and then I will rest at the bonfire and upgrade my Estus. I'll also come in here and deal with the archer, just so it doesn't try to bug me. I have no idea how hard these... Also, when you do this, once you have this area, you're able to access all of the torches in this area, so I will show you that in Vader. And the Pursuer will spawn down there once you deal with both the ogres. So I'd suggest you make sure you deal with one of the ogres up here, so that the Pursuer doesn't spawn right on you when you're not ready. And there is a second ogre over here, and both of them will aggro onto you no matter what. This thing's gonna be pain. I'm pretty sure you can bait them off here. Let's see if we can do that, because I don't feel like fighting these two at once. Or they'll just turn around and go away. Oh god, this fucking grabs are so scary. This game has really bad grab boxes. They tend to teleport you around. Fucking attack, please. So that coffin down there is what allows you to switch genders. No, what the fuck? Why is the pursuer spawning? That's not good. I'm probably gonna die then. Apparently the pursuer spawns before you clear out the ogres. I did not know that. Okay, so apparently, if you go too far out, the pursuer will spawn regardless. So, be very careful, because I don't think I'm going to be able to kill this pursuer. It doesn't matter that much, it's just souls, but... and pride, but... what am I supposed to do here? Two extremely tanky enemies that you have to kind of run from constantly. And yeah, dead. There wasn't much I could do there. So I just bait out that first ogre with a bow or something. And then I have no idea, to be honest. Maybe kill one of them, go back to the bonfire, and then bait out the other one and kill that one. Maybe. Okay, I'm not going to bother worrying about upgrading it because that pursuer won't respawn, unfortunately. Unless you have a way to quickly kill those ogres, don't even bother trying to... because... yeah, you're basically fighting a boss with two extremely tanky area denial enemies. Oh, apparently the pursuer does respawn, apparently. Okay, well, time to die a second time. There's no way in hell I'm killing both of them. I mean, you can kill both of them, but it's tough. You have to kind of bait out both their attacks. Or sacrifice your own HP. Get it in. And gained on me real quick. Okay, I'll come back down here to see if he respawns again. He might, but... I could have sworn they don't respawn. Even if you go back to the bonfire. Or quit out. But here. I'll have to test it later. But this is how you switch genders. Without having to go back to the main screen or cheating or anything. By main screen, I meant character selection. So as you can tell, I'm a different gender. That's how that works. I have no idea how it changes your character settings or anything. It seems to have changed my hairstyle. Oh, pursuer has respawned. Let's see if he stays respawned. I did not think that pursuer respawned. Maybe they all do. I don't know. I know for a fact that first one does not, though. If you're the first one that normally takes place with a boss, you either fight him as a boss infinite times, or you fight him once before encountering him as a boss, and that's it. You can't even fight his boss version. So apparently I'm doing pretty good damage. Didn't need to dodge that. Pretty easy. So apparently the greatsword kind of kicks the shit out of the pursuer. So this is a pretty good weapon for him. All he gives you is a twinkling titanite, though. It's not very important, really. Also, those fucking basilisks respawn. And it looks like whenever you use that gender thing, enemies will respawn. Maybe it's basically the equivalent of... I guess it's the equivalent of using a bonfire, except you don't get your ship back. Or you don't get, like, your health or Estus back. Let's see. It's pretty cool that you can change your gender, though. I mean, you can't, like... I don't think you can recustomize your character. You might be able to whenever you use a soul vessel. I don't know. I guess I'll check that. I'll back up my save real quick and then check if I can do that. I'll show in this episode, I think. Okay. So up the pursuer doesn't... I wonder if this is an infinite pursuer. That'd be kind of interesting. Yeah. Enemies seem to respawn when you use that thing, so be careful. I guess it doesn't matter because there really aren't any strong enemies here. This is a pretty good looking area. It's pretty interesting. Also, this does not seem to be an infinite pursuer. That'd be kind of cool if it was, but... Eh. You didn't really see any of the new attacks there. Yes, I'm assuming there are new attacks on this version. I know there are on a good chunk of the pursuer counters after the initial boss one. They get like some dark AoEs or something. They become a lot more dangerous. So I'd say be very careful when you're fighting the pursuer. Because while the initial one is pretty fucking easy, the subsequent ones aren't nearly as easy. They're still not too hard, but especially if you have low adaptability, be very careful. Okay, let's clear out this area real quick. Let me see if I can get one of these basilisks to use one of the gas attacks. I don't want to get cursed or petrified or whatever, but I might as well show it. Alright. Yep, that. If you see Basilisk emit that, fuck, get away from that. Because it either gives you curse, which I'm not sure what it does, but I know the Nashandra boss gives it to you, or petrification, which is exactly like curse from Dark Souls 1. Let's clear out these areas, and then once we clear out these areas, we'll use the Soaky Stones, and then go light that torch. The Invader is way easier than the first one, so he's kind of a pushover. So don't worry too much about it. He gives you, like, I think he gives you a Petrified Dragon Bone, if I remember correctly. Or Petrified something. One of the two. I think that's what he gives you. So I guess I'll do the Soaking Stones after I deal with him. Also, I'm pretty sure once you spawn him in, he won't despawn until you kill him. So don't worry about like resting at a bonfire or anything. I'm not going to. I'm not fully sure, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. We'll probably figure out at some point if I do it for multiple areas, which I'll try to. Pretty sure every area with torches you can do that with. I don't know. Look it up. Just sharing what little I know of this game. Maybe I should just end the episode here, or soon, and then start the Invader off tomorrow. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I'll finish clearing out this last enemy, and then I'll show that the next episode. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. in this episode I already have Betwixt Part 2 or something, and just think Betwixt Part 2. I don't know. We'll see. Actually, not we'll see. That's exactly what I'm doing. What do I mean? So thanks for watching today's episode. I am updating my schedule, and I'll probably do one episode a day. I won't like record one episode a day, but I'll upload one episode a day. But so something like that. We'll see. I think that's what I'm gonna do though. But regardless, thanks for watching this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and I really hope you have a good day. Be safe out there.